everyone, and welcome back to Agents of Damned, our special D&D Let's Play podcast featuring myself, your sometimes benevolent, often malevolent Dungeon Master, Jordan Roman. And, as always, I am joined by my fellow players.
Hi guys, I'm Katie, and I play Faith.
Hey guys, I'm Christina, and I play Winterra.
And I'm Drew McLean, and by Bahamut Platinum Painter, I am the good Dr. Arlo Aegon.
I thought it was his golden balls.
I mean, you seem to get up in arms about that one, so I was like, alright, Platinum Painter. Still has that alliteration.
I mean, I guess.
I'm just saying, you seem really concerned about the color of his balls and whether it was, like, factually correct. And I was like, I mean...
I just want to make sure we are accurate to the holy scriptures of what his genitalia is like, that's all.
Alright, I was like, you're really on that whole ball thing, and I was like, alright, I'll just let Jordan have his balls.
Technically, it's Bahamut's balls. But that's enough of all this ball talk, because, you guys just got out of some fucking shit.
Yeah, I have 1 HP.
I think we need to jump right back in and, see what the hell happens next, because I am very curious to see what happens next.
Awkward conversations.
But first, a recap. So, last time, the agents and Second Chance found themselves in a dire situation. They were trapped in the middle of the Yuan-ti temple, with a room full of monstrous guards blocking the room to the exit, and Ash, Sisava, and Sisava's sister fast approaching. Before they could act, Raylan noticed that Seven had gone missing. After Forngal slapped some sense into her, the team tricked the Snaggin, blocking the exits through the use of Saith's trickery. The teams then came face to face once again with Ash. After some brief taunting from Arlo, Ash revealed his true form as he transformed into a giant black-scaled dragon. The agents in Second Chance fought desperately to escape, but found they were no match for their draconic foe. In a last-ditch effort, Arlo told a transformed Winterra to carry the unconscious Raylan and Forngal to safety, and for her and Saith to let Ryan know that he was sorry. Though heavy-hearted, Terra and Saith complied and made their way out of the temple. As they gathered their thoughts and planned their next move, the temple wall exploded, with Arlo and Seven both fighting valiantly against Ash. As Ash prepared to rain dark flames down upon them, the sun rose over the horizon. The blinding light of a new day caused Ash great pain as he hastily retreated. As Terra and Saith prepared to let Arlo and Seven have a piece of their minds, Seven revealed that he had managed to steal the charm that Sisava had been using to charm Granifor. And thus, we resume our tale.
I hate to be a stickler, and I think I'm tipping my hat a little bit too much on this one, but Arlo technically did not say the name Ryan.
You said to bring it to the boss lady, did you not?
I said there's going to be an angry dragonborn lady that you'll need to speak with, and just tell her I'm sorry.
We all know what that means!
I mean, now that you put that out there, I guess I may have assumed, so I apologize for that one.
We get it! You ship yourself with her!
No. There may or may not be other angry dragonborn involved. He has a point.
Yeah, you don't know Arlo's life. He might, just be, pimping all over the world with all these different dragonborn ladies.
You don't know the trail of dragon pussy Arlo has left in his wake.
Oh, God.
Alright, and...
I stayed away from the term dragon pussy.
Because you're a coward.
I was being tasteful.
I'm not a coward like you are.
I was too afraid. I was too afraid of the term dragon pussy.
Well, now it's out there, so be afraid no longer.
I can't deal with you guys.
So, as we had left it, Seven was in front of Winterra and Saith, and he had just revealed the charm that Granifor was being charmed with. Remind me, because I do not immediately remember, are Raylan and Forngal still unconscious? Did you guys ever, bring them back up, or are they still knocked out?
I think they're probably still unconscious.
Cool!
I haven't had a chance to heal them yet.
Alright, cool. So what do you guys do?
So, Terra is going to, kind of gently slide them off of her back, and then she's going to immediately, with the badge still in her mouth, transform out of her horse form and angrily march up to Arlo and, like, shove him, like, as hard as possible while, like, taking the badge out of her mouth and, like, pushing it into his chest. Like, what do you think you're doing?
Faith is gonna quickly, like, pull her away, like, calm her down. And she's gonna look at Arlo and she's gonna say, "Are you hurt?"
So I think Arlo, like, after the shove, like, fully fell onto the ground because he is pretty, like, fucked up from that whole experience. And he kind of just, like, brings himself up and he's like, I'm a bit banged up, but I'll be fine.
Okay, good. And she's gonna slap him right across the face.
Ow!
As for you, she's turning to 7 with that. What the hell were you thinking?
I got the charm. I don't see what the issue is.
That wasn't the mission. We don't even know how he is affected without it being around. The mission was to get information. If you had been paying attention instead of writing your broody love poems. You failed this, 7. You left your team behind. You took something that we knew could have caused danger if we took it. What were you thinking?
I was thinking that Niavra had told us we should bring it to her to have it analyzed.
And then, when we pointed out to her that it may be the only thing keeping Granafor from destroying the town, she told us just to get a close look at it and then deliver the information to her instead of the actual object. Now the only thing between us and keeping Granafor calm might be something more dangerous than that object that you have in your hands.
You do remember how we determined that Sisava leaves guards to watch over Granafor at night when he's not there, right?
Yes.
How do you think they keep him calm?
I don't think you thought this through.
I think you're not giving me enough credit on this one. I'm the one who followed Sisava. I saw that they had these things. I don't think he would have ever done something so mindless as to just trust in a beholder. That's not how Yuan-ti work. They're cunning, they're manipulative, but they're not careless.
And you still left your team behind.
All right, everyone. I'm going to need everyone to take a second. We're going to roll it on back. Now, raise your hand if you straight up almost died today.
When Tara shoots her hand up several times.
7 also raises his hand.
7, that was kind of on your own volition.
I did also help you fight the dragon. Which, by the way, where did that come from?
So that was Ash. We're gonna clarify a lot of things, but I want us to all notice that there are 2 people who can't raise their hands because they are unconscious. So, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna handle that. We're gonna take that charm, get ourselves over to Granafor, because he cannot be without it. Arlo fixes his badge. Everybody clear?
The sticker's a little ruffled.
He's like, my star sticker. And it's not important. It's not important. It's not important right now, but, like, you can tell, like, in his voice, it's kind of important to him.
Do any of you have any more magic ability to heal them?
I only have 1 potion.
I've got
I have
4.
6. We're fine.
Yeah, I'll give 1 potion to our
And I'll give 1 potion.
I'm gonna give my potion to Forengul because we're tight like
and
that.
I'll give mine to Raylan.
Yep. Alright, so Arlo, you go over to Forengul and pour it down his throat, and he immediately shoots up and says, "Ah, chicken in the woods, what?"
Forengul, one of these days I'm gonna dig into all those things you say whenever you pop up, but for now, we've got bigger chicken of the woods to fry.
What tastes like pineapple?
Better than the ooze babies.
Forengul, I really don't want to put this on your friend, so I'm just gonna go ahead and not answer that.
Alright. And then Sage, you go and give your potion to Raylan, and she also jumps up. Oh, wow, we're outside. Wow, what happened? Where are we? 7! Where, 7! What the hell?
Easy. It's okay. Everything's alright.
Where's the dragon?
Gone.
Okay, good. Did I miss anything else?
Well, Seven took the charm.
Of course he did.
May want to have a conversation with him about that.
Yeah, story of my life.
Well, I think we should immediately try to start moving, because I don't think hanging out outside of Yuan-ti Temple is a good idea in the middle of the night. Or in the middle of the morning now, but... The rising
Yeah, we
sun.
need to...
The rising sun.
Oh, the rising sun. Alright, so we probably need to make a beeline for where Granifor be at, as we have the charm that makes him not kill everyone.
Alright. So you guys start making your way back to town. It's a couple hours to get back to town. As you do that, I need you guys to make me a quick perception check.
Do you think it would be a good idea to fill in anyone at base about the fact that Ash is a dragon?
Yeah, like over that trip, I'm sure we can do that mission report.
Yeah, she did tell us to call her in the morning anyway.
Alright, I got a 14.
Okay?
I got a 10.
I got a 23. Wait. A 27.
Oh wait, I'm forgetting my Big Betty's bonus. So that's 17.
Oh, okay. Still not
Still
good
a
enough.
10.
Fortunately for you, Sate's was. So, hold on. If you guys are going to do the report, then do that first.
Alright, Arlo's gonna like reach for a speaking stone and then just kind of like sit back and be like, I'm tired, someone else do it.
Tara's gonna reach for the rock and she's gonna be like, alright, Ryan, I need you to appear in the rock.
It takes a couple seconds, but you mention Ryan speaking.
Hello, we have news.
Right, you guys did have that late night thing, didn't you?
Yes,
God.
you know that person we were telling you about, the one that we ran into in the first town and we told you we ran into again?
Oh, right, the one that Arlo keeps referring to with that vulgar term. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
What about him?
So, turns out he's a dragon.
Oh, right, yes, dragon. And it goes quiet for a couple seconds, and it just... Wait, what?!
A little more than that. He's an undead dragon.
Well, don't need my coffee anymore. Keep talking.
Yeah, so turns out he's a black dragon, and he was plotting with the Yuan-ti, and they are trying to summon something?
Oh.
That's about as much as Tara knows at this moment, so someone else is probably going to take over.
They're here to cause more havoc. They're going to more or less sacrifice the entire city.
Well, it's good to know you've at least had a productive night.
Yeah, speaking of that, Seven has something to tell you.
Oh, good lord. What did he do this time?
Seven? You wanna tell the boss lady your shenanigans, or should I?
I managed to procure the charm that is being used to calm Granifor. Was that your plan?
Nope. No, it sure wasn't.
And Arlo in the background, it sure as hell was not.
Seven, what exactly was your logic in doing this? I was sure that because they were leaving nightly guards for him, that they would also have had a charm, and we could use this to identify what the charm actually does. And it goes quiet for like a couple seconds before Ryan speaks up again. It's not that I don't see where you're coming from. However, as I have discussed with you multiple times in the past, you need to stick with the plan that is determined by your team. In this case, teams. If neither you nor the agents decided it was within your best interest to go and procure this charm, then perhaps it wasn't in the best interest to do so. Do you understand this time?
Seven says nothing. And then Braylon speaks like, I'll speak with him about it later. I suppose for now it is what it is.
So what's your next move?
We're on our way back to town now.
Right. I don't suppose you managed to apprehend Sisava in the midst of all that, did you?
Unfortunately, no. Once Ash became a dragon, things got a little complicated.
Understandable. I realized it was wishful thinking, but I needed to ask anyway. Unfortunately, in this situation, it is very likely he will go into hiding, so it will be difficult to apprehend him. However, given that you have managed to find this information, I think it goes without saying we are free to apprehend him the moment it becomes possible to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
Be careful, though. If he was aware it was you all, then he will be on high alert and be aiming for all of you. Be exceptionally careful around the Yuan-ti. Keep a very close eye out for Sisava.
You bet. May I ask, what is your opinion on, Niavra, the elf?
As I said when I was informing you all as to the nature of this mission, Niavra and Sibo can both be trusted. They've been with the town for most of their lives, if not all of it, and they always have operated with the best interest of the town in mind. I see no reason why you cannot trust them. It is Granifor who is the gray area.
Understood. Thank you, ma'am.
Is there anything else you would like to report to me at this point?
Unless my comrades have anything else to add, I'm satisfied.
I don't think we're leaving anything out, are we?
I'm good.
Very well then. As I said before, remain vigilant and, as soon as you can, apprehend Sisava. I will see what I can do about this revelation of Ash being a... What kind of dragon did you say he was again?
Black?
Undead!
Shadow Dragon.
Back under shadow... I'll look into it. Just...
He burst into flames when the sun came up.
Oh. That's... unusual.
Yeah, it burned him.
That's not a usual dragon trait. I suppose I can see where the undead or shadow theory comes in. Again, I'll look into it. For now, just focus on Sisava and obviously avoid Ash at all costs now. I think you've done enough as far as reconnaissance with him.
Highly agree.
Right. Ryan out.
And the stone goes silent.
Tara just comments really quick. She's like, that's so cool that we can just summon her into this rock. And she hands it back to Arlo.
Yes, that's how it works.
Wait, Tara, I need to clarify something. Do you believe that Ryan is in the rock?
Yeah, why wouldn't she be? How would she talk to us if she wasn't?
We're gonna... You, me, and Bookworm are gonna get together. We're gonna get you some lessons on... Just a lot of general studies, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Ryan is not in the rock. We just used the rock to talk to Ryan. When we went to the inventor's house, how did you think we were talking to him through the rock in his door?
Well, obviously he did some kind of magic to get himself in the rock, and then he poofed back and was in the ceiling.
I needed this. This was something that I needed.
All right, I'm just yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that one. I'm gonna put a pin right in it. I'm gonna come back to that later.
This raises some very interesting questions on how exactly Wintera thinks Saith managed to trick the Snaggin with thaumaturgy. Speaking of Saith, with that earlier perception check, you noticed something a little bit strange about Seven.
Strange how?
Well, you notice that his eyes are looking unusually bloodshot. Like, even someone of we'll say, Forngol levels of stoned off their ass, would be remiss to have their eyes even half as bloodshot as his. In addition, there's also, like, some red streaks kind of, like, going across his, like, face, but they're very, like, it's hard to see it unless you were looking dead at him.
Red streaks, like...
It looks like blood veins.
Blood veins.
As opposed to the other kind of veins that carry other stuff.
Hey man, he's a tiefling, I don't know what's up.
You know what? That's valid. That's fair.
Yeah, what color is his skin, by the way?
What color is the skin of the albino tiefling?
Oh, right, he's albino, I forgot, so he's white. Alright.
No, he's bright purple.
Oh, cute. Really?
No! Albino, yes, he's white.
Again, we don't know how this would work with tieflings. What if, like, because it's like, hell dimension, topsy-turvy world, albino is, like, the same as being hyper-pigmented, so it's like, yeah, he's albino, so his skin is pitch fucking black. You don't know.
That'd be funny as hell, actually. Okay, but yeah, that's what your perception check netted you, and you are the only one who is able to notice it, because he's trying to hide it. Which you are also able to tell that he is, like, trying not to draw attention to it.
Alright. So is he, like... He has, like, his hood up?
Yeah, and he's kind of, like, trying to keep to the back, but because you have your special magical devil vision, it doesn't do a whole lot, like, as far as your ability to see it.
She's gonna pause and grab hold of him and, like, put his hood down to get a closer look.
As soon as you reach for him, he immediately reaches his hands up to his hood and just gives you this venomous glare. Don't touch my hood. The rest of you hear this, by the way.
What's up with you?
What's going on over there?
Something's wrong. He's not himself.
I'm fine.
What happened?
Nothing happened. I got the charm, which apparently was a bad idea.
The charm.
Seven, if something's going on, you gotta let me check you out at the very least.
I'm fine!
No, Seven. Something is wrong.
I said I'm fine! At this point, you guys see Raylan and Forngol are both shocked to see this. Raylan's actually the first one, like, Seven? Something's definitely wrong with you. You don't yell. Ever. What happened in there? I said I'm fine. Let's just go.
Wait. Are you still holding the charm?
It's in my pocket.
Arlo, give me your bag of holding.
Arlo hands over the bag of holding.
Put it in here.
Oh, so now we want the charm.
No, listen to me. I think it's affecting you.
Fine, here. And he drops again. Are we happy now?
How do you feel?
Annoyed. Can we move on?
Arlo, keep a close eye on him. I noticed that his eyes are very bloodshot and he has got blood veins.
Wait, doesn't everybody have blood veins?
He has visible bloody veins popping out of his skin.
Okay, that's a little bit more off-brand. That I'll keep an
Yeah.
eye on.
Yeah, now that it's been pointed out, everyone can tell, and it does look very unnatural.
Listen to me. If you continue to feel this aggression building up, you need to speak up. I don't care if you want to punch me straight in the face, do it.
He punches you square in the face.
Arlo punches him square in the face.
What's your damage modifier?
Don't have the claws.
Do you use your claws to punch him?
Fuck! It's not that important!
Alright, I'll regular punch him. Shit. Everyone calm down. So that's 3.
Okay.
So Arlo, it's literally like, if you need to punch me, do it. Punch, immediate additional punch right in the face. Like, you need to calm the fuck down.
He pulls out a knife.
Arlo pulls out his hammer.
Sade is gonna grab, like, Arlo with her tail and just kind of hold him back.
Raylan at this point is also, like, rushing over to Seven to kind of, like, hold him back, and he is viciously fighting back. At this point, it's very clear something is very, very wrong with him. Get off of me!
7. You are a good person. This isn't you.
At this point, you guys see Forngol plucks a mushroom out of his mane, and as Seven opens his mouth to yell again, he just pops that bitch right in there.
Ew.
Nice.
What the hell was... And he immediately falls unconscious.
You better pack your bags, kid, because you're going on a trip.
Maybe he's just tired, I don't know.
Sade's just gonna pull back his hood and, like, take a closer look at the veins crawling out of his face.
Okay, the way you keep saying that is the most it's so unsettling.
The way that I'm picturing it is really unsettling. I know what it looks like, it just,
You make it sound they're literally, like, popping out of his flesh, and it's...
Yes,
That's
it's
not
perfect.
what it is!
I know it's not, but it's perfect.
Ugh, no, it's awful. Stop it. So, as you pull the hood back, you're actually now able to see something that you couldn't see before. On the back of his neck, you see 4 small holes.
Like bite marks?
Like bite marks.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like it was from some sort of a... Oh, I don't know, snake?
Snake?
Snake.
Snack.
Snake? Snake?
Snake!
Okay, we're done.
Tara's like looking at it after someone like points out that there's like snake bites on his neck, and she's like, does anyone know if Yuan-ti can control people by biting them? Like, is that a thing?
Raylan speaks up and says, I mean, they can control people, but they usually just use magic for that. I've never heard of anything like this before. Maybe we should ask someone in town if they know about this? It's obviously a problem.
Very much.
No kidding.
There's only one person who'd have knowledge on the Sneeple that we can trust with this information.
I'm almost afraid to ask.
We gotta talk to Nelg.
That's why I was afraid to ask, but alright, I suppose we can talk to Nelg.
Fine, but I'm coming to make sure that you don't get killed. You've done enough of almost doing that enough today.
That's probably fair.
You might trust him, but I don't.
So you guys make your way back into town while carrying an unconscious Seven. Forngol has informed you guys that the mushroom effects will last for a good bit, so you shouldn't have to worry about him, like, waking up too terribly soon and having to go through the fun of wrestling him again.
Hey, maybe one of us should go to Niavra.
I'm honestly still not sure, like, if Niavra fits into this in any kind of a malicious way yet. I know it's a little bit, like... I know I'm being both, like, too suspicious and not suspicious enough. But something about Niavra, like, I don't know, just, like, general vibe feels...
She just wants to win the election, fam. She's basically Hillary Clinton.
Fair enough.
All politicians are bad people.
Also true.
I mean, we can probably do both. We don't have to do, like, them, like, at the same time. We can probably go to one and then go to the other.
I think if we're gonna do things in a particular order, I think it should be Nelg, then Granifor, because again, the charm that keeps him from doing murder.
Well, that's why I wanted to go to Niabra, so she could check out the charm.
I wanted to be able to check up the charm, but I don't want, like, while we're checking out the charm, we just hear in the background, rah, 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 and then a bunch of lasers, and we're like, well, time to roll up new characters, because we for sure cannot fight this beholder.
Well, I mean, what Seven said was kind of possibly true. Why would they, like, leave with the charm at night if they didn't think they could control him? Even if, you know, what if he woke up in the middle of the night? That doesn't seem like a smart or safe idea.
That is true.
Yeah, how on earth would he have possibly known that? It's not like, you know, I'm his voice actor.
You can't metagame and assume that, like, he knows crucial plot details.
he trailed them. You know he did this.
Alright. So I guess we'll go Nelg, and then Yavra, and then Granifor.
Alright, so you guys managed to make your way over to the marketplace, where you find the ever-popular establishment Nelg, run by Nelg.
Please tell me the sign says Nelg, run by Nelg, and nothing else.
Bold of you to assume he has a sign. He is just sitting on a rug in the middle of the clearing. Surrounded by all sorts of paints and like mortar and pestle and all that stuff. Everything he would need to do his tat jobs.
Sounds super sanitary.
So you guys make your way over to him and he looks and says, "Ah, I see you've decided to take me up on my offer for And then he looks around like, what happened to him?
Don't worry about it.
Well, actually, we do want him to worry about it.
I'm getting mixed signals. Should I be worried about your friend or do you want tattoo? Like, what, you've...
We needed
What's up?
someone that had information about possible Yuan-ti poisoning stuff, not to, profile you on it. But, we got a good vibe from you and thought we could probably trust you to bring our friend to you, because we think he got bit by somebody, and then he started acting real crazy.
Well, it was certainly a smart idea to go to Yuan-ti about anything that, a Yuan-ti might be able to do, so... Alright, bring him here. Let me see him. And so he takes a look at the bite, and he's very quickly says, "This couldn't have been from a Yuan-ti. It's much too small. It'd be from like a regular serpent." But then he turns him over, sees his face, like, "Oh, that's bad."
What is it?
What does that mean?
So, it was technically caused by a Yuan-ti. Not directly, though. It would be from one of the, how should I put this? So, some tribes of Yuan-ti will create artificial serpents and give them a specially formulated venom that makes it easier to administer certain toxins to other non-Yuan-ti races. Think of it as a really messed up syringe. And it looks like this particular one has infected your friend here with something called brood poisoning.
Okay, well, what does that mean?
What will it do to him?
Are you familiar with brood guards?
Yes.
Yes?
He's gonna turn into one of those.
Oh.
Is there any way we can stop it?
And so he kind of like puts Seven's head down gently and like crosses his arms to like think. You know, like anime style where like someone will like sit cross-legged with their arms folded and like just deep think? He's doing that.
Yes. Okay.
He's like, so, yes and no. No, in that there is no currently developed cure for that from the Yuan-ti or anyone in this realm who has studied it, as it is not super common anymore. Most Yuan-ti don't do this. The fact that this has happened to him is honestly pretty fucked up. Like, I can't even begin to He gets, like, real close to you guys, like, it wasn't the Yuan-ti that are, like, just kind of around town that did that, is it? Because I may have to leave town otherwise.
Well, we can't tell you a whole lot. We will tell you that you're perfectly safe, and that
Okay,
we're
cool.
just kind of, we're tangled in some stuff, and we'll be handling things on our end, but you're good.
Okay,
Don't worry,
cool.
Nelg, I got you, buddy. And, like, I clap him on the back.
He holds out his fist for a fist pound.
I dap him up.
Nice.
Tara crosses her own arms and kind of like cocks her hip to the side while she's watching everything. Like she still is like kind of untrustworthy, but the fact that he just said that like makes her a little bit less untrusted. But she's still like examining what's going on while she's watching what's going down.
So he keeps on talking and says, "So, while there's nothing, like, here, there is a rumor that I heard while traveling that... Now, I can neither confirm nor deny this, so if it's not true, sorry, but this is what I've heard. This is the Nell gossip. Supposedly, there are people who have contracted brood poisoning before, and then somehow wound up in the Feywild and came back fine.
God.
Oh.
Damn.
No.
Jordan! You son of a bitch!
Well, I guess he's gonna die then.
How long do we have until he becomes totally that?
He peels back Seven's islands, like, I'd say at the rate he's going, probably by the end of the day.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, this is, like, potent shit they pumped him with. This is bad.
Can I roll like a medicine check to see if I can slow it down?
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 19 plus 6 plus 3.
Given that it is a form of poisoning, you have reason to believe that you should be able to, at the very least, slow it down through, like, restoration or, like, anti-poison magics. But given what Nell has told you, it is also very likely that that will only just slow it down, because otherwise people probably would have figured out a cure to it by now if it was that easy.
And so Arlo kind of speaks up like, well, we're probably going to need to investigate this Feywild cure, but if I can, I just give him like a sort of a, not quite an anti-venom, but just something that'll slow it down for him.
Probably a good idea.
I would need some, something to work with. Nell, do you make venom?
Like me personally, or do I know how to procure it from other venomous creatures?
I mean, like, just from out of your body, my guy. We're gonna be practicing medicine. We're in a fantasy world. It's gonna get weird. It's gonna get wild, y'all.
I mean, kind of. It's not, like, super deadly. It's more just... I kind of use it for, like, the ink in my tattoos, so it really can't be, like, that deadly.
So you use it for the ink in your tattoos. Aha. That we can probably work with. And can I use my medicine check and, like, Nelg's tattoo stuff to kind of, like, work with Nelg to put a slow the poison tattoo on Seven?
I mean, his tattoos take, like, a hot minute to put on, so that would... It eat up some time. I mean, like I said, if you want to do, like, the tattoo thing, one, that would be super permanent, so you'd be marking this man forever, and it would also take a long time, which, for the sake of a temporary thing, may not be the most effective way of going about it, is all I will say. If you do want to do that, I'm not going to say no, but, like, maybe finding a magic user might be a better idea.
I mean, it might also just be, like, deeply satisfying to put a little tattoo on his back that just says, like, I fucked up a very important mission and all I got was this lousy tattoo on my back.
Okay, but hold on. Let's think for a second. Out of character, let's think. Who else did we have on this list of people to go visit who's a powerful magic user?
I know where we're supposed to go. I just wanted to float that idea out there. We'll go talk to fucking Yavra. God damn it.
Okay, but when you guys walk away, Tara holds back for a second, and she turns to Nelg, and she, like, points at him, and she's like, I know you hang out with my brother. If you so much as hurt him, you will have nothing left. You will only deal with me.
Does alcohol poisoning count as hurting him? Because if so, I apologize for being an inhibitor.
Enabler, my guy.
Sorry, I may have hit up the bar last night.
Tara's like, I don't care about that. Just make sure he stays safe.
I mean, he's my friend, so yeah.
She huffs and she, like, turns and walks away.
so you guys make your way back over to the Grand Archives. As you guys have been making your way over there, you've been keeping an eye on Seven, and the more visible veins are like starting to kind of like spread down a little bit, so it's definitely making like, you can see that it is starting to affect him more and more, but he's still unconscious for the time being. But you make your way over to the Grand Archives and head inside and see Niabra just doing her usual thing, looking over the books, while also trying to keep an eye on all the Yuan-ti in there, because, well, you know.
Niabra?
Oh, you're back. Thank goodness. I was honestly quite nervous all night that you guys wouldn't be able to make it back. I barely got my full 4-hour trance, honestly. It was... So, what have you managed to discover?
We're gonna need to, make our way up to your office, very expediently.
Right. And she guides you up there. Very, very familiar with this process.
Alright, so make a beeline for office.
Yep. So you guys enter the office. Which one of you is holding Seven? Would that be any of you guys, or would it be someone from Second Chance?
I would assume it would be Forngal?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Probably Forngal.
Okay, that's kind of what I figured. I just wanted to make sure no one else felt like holding Seven.
We're all collectively dragging him along in a little red wagon.
Unless, like, Safe is, like, has her tail up his back, making him stand up and walk like a puppet.
Oh my god.
We put some sunglasses on him, and he's just like Weekend at Bernie's style.
Weekend at Bernie's D&D edition.
I will make you fucking roll for that with so much disadvantage, are you sure?
Unison.
Alright, so as Forngal walks in holding Seven, this is the first moment where Niavra notices this, and her eyes go wide as she closes the door. It's like, oh, so things didn't go well, I take it.
Things were both productive and severely unproductive.
Gonna need you to clarify a little bit, if you can.
Safe pulls the charm out of the bag of holding.
Oh! Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, neither were we. She says, glaring in Seven's direction.
Her eyes kind of like unwiden and go back, and I was like, okay, I think I see where this is going. May I see the charm if that's alright, so I can, while we have it, you know?
Well, first things first, what do you know about brood poisoning?
Her eyes go real wide again, and as they do, she turns over to Seven, who is unconscious, like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going down.
Okay, yeah, that's... Have any of you cast a lesser restoration on him since you discovered this?
We fought a very powerful,
Thing?
arc mage type guy, and so we're
Kind of spent on
severely,
slots?
severely spent on slots.
I got you. Let me do my thing. And so she walks over and casts a lesser restoration on him, and it seems like Seven starts breathing a little bit easier, but like none of the symptoms go away. Well, that should hold him for a little bit at the very least. Pardon my language. Shit.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, honestly, it's well warranted.
Yeah, haven't seen this in a very, very long time. A few hundred years, honestly. I kind of thought this had stopped, but apparently not.
Huh, you don't look a day over 20.
You know that's, like, juvenile from my... You know what, never mind. Okay, so... Unfortunately, there's not really, like, a cure for it?
We have a lead on a cure that we will follow up on, but we wanted to give him our best fighting chance. I guess what I'm saying here is that we need to ask a favor of you in return for letting you have a look-see at this amulet here.
In case we die.
Yeah, we want you to keep an eye on our friend here and try to keep him stable while we handle things on our end.
Alright, I suppose I can do that. Do we want to keep him sedated? How far along? Has he reached the point of aggravation yet?
Oh, very much so.
Okay, he's staying unconscious.
Whole time, I'd recommend.
He actually starts to, like, rustle a little bit, and then Niavra immediately snaps her fingers, and he just clunks right back down. Not having any of that in my office!
Saith is just, like, in the background rubbing the bruise on her chin.
Alright, so, what exactly was that lead you were talking about? Because like I said, this isn't the first time I've encountered this. I may be able to help out a bit. Not much, but I'm aware of some rumors I've heard on a potential cure.
Does it have anything to do with the Feywild?
Okay, you're already aware then.
Yep.
Do you know how to get to the Feywild?
Arl just kind of like looks over at Wintera expectantly.
Yeah, Saith does too. Like, we both just, like, slowly look in her direction.
Tara just, like, thinks for a second, and she's like, I mean, I've seen mushroom circles, like fairy circles, when I was a child. But it's been a minute.
Forngol's eyes go super wide with glee.
She's like, don't ever eat those. You will never return to the same plane again. I've run into some squirrels that have never seen their friends again, so don't do that.
Now I have to imagine like a squirrel stuck in the Feywild because it ate a wrong mushroom.
Oh my god.
And then that makes me think, like, where do all of the squirrels in the Feywild come from? Are they all like squirrels that fucked up and ate one of those mushrooms that they're not supposed to? Are squirrels an invasive species to the Feywild?
Can we get back on topic, please?
Anyway, but she's like, I don't know that I've seen any recently enough. You know, I haven't been in my forest for a while.
Well, from what I can tell you, I have heard that there is a portal deep within the Midnight Woods. Now, apparently, only someone who is deeply tied to the Feywild themselves can even access this portal. However, getting there is very dangerous. There are guardians of this portal, or so the legends say. Large, beast-like creatures who lurk the portal's entrance and will do anything to keep it safe.
What do you mean by anything?
I've heard of some people who have gone there. Supposedly, they've found the portal, but when they come back, they don't have knees!
Oh, okay, I know how we can find it. We're all good. We're fine. We're good.
I fucking can't right now. I cannot.
Oh god.
I absolutely cannot.
Alright.
So I beseech you to be extremely careful when looking for this portal in the woods. Maybe your family can help you. I know they're native there.
Saith is just, like, standing contrapasso, looking at Wintera with a... I don't even know how to explain the look she's giving Wintera.
Oh, they can help, all right. Oh, we'll be fine. All right, we'll be good.
Do you know something I don't?
Don't worry about it. It's not relevant information.
Oh my god, is that gonna be our new catchphrase?
I sure hope not.
It didn't seem like relevant information.
You shut up. Alright, well, apparently you all have what you need. Let me take a look at the charm so I can see exactly what it does, and...
Arla kind of nods to Saith for her to give her the amulet.
She do.
Alright, so she walks it over to a table and sort of draws in like an incantation circle of some kind, and it then begins to glow, and Niavra herself sort of lurches back, her eyes begin to glow white, and she just starts muttering this weird incantation silently to herself. You can't pick out any of the words for it, but it sounds ancient and archaic. And after a moment, she lurches back forwards. Oh, that's oddly simplistic. And she turns back to you guys and says, this isn't anything that complicated, actually. This is just... It has a continual use of calm emotions on it, and I think this literally just does what Sisava was saying it did. It just calms down Granifor.
So they could easily replicate this then.
Yes, I could make this.
But what that means is that there's likely no other effects being levied on Granifor. That means he means what he says.
Well, I don't know if that's reassuring or not.
Well, on one hand, I think it does mean that he considers the Yuan-ti around him as friends, but on the other hand, it also means that he's a decent guy, somehow?
Are any of the Yuan-ti selling jewelry in town?
I mean, the only one who's really engaging in business is Nelg, and he's from a different tribe entirely, so... No?
See, I told you guys Nelg was alright.
Wait, did you not trust Nelg?
I mean, I trust Nelg.
Of course, Nelg's great!
Yeah, Nelg's the fucking best.
Damn straight. Sorry. Alright, so... Who all is... obviously you three are going. I'm assuming the plan is also for Raylan and Forngold to tag along with you guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Alright, cool. So Seven will be kept under Niavra's watchful eyes while you all go off to reconvene with Wintera's parents.
You're like, oh yeah, Niavra, you might want to keep that charm. Just put it around his neck. Just gonna do that, just to be safe.
I mean, I'm not planning on letting him wake up for any reason until you get back, so...
I know, just, covering all of our bases here.
He's not gonna wake up. You guys are already familiar with the path. It doesn't take you too terribly long to get through there.
Tara turns and warns the other two before they enter the forest, don't set anything on fire, and she glances at Saith, especially you.
One time!
Yeah, you get one. And she turns and starts walking.
Raylan actually, leans in over to Arlo. It's like, Did Saith actually set the forest on fire when you guys first came here?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. We fought this, zombie tree corpse thing.
What?
Oh, yeah. We get up to some pretty, interesting stuff while you guys aren't around.
This has been a hell of a mission.
I mean, think about it, the shit that we've gone through, that corpse thing just kind of, fell by the wayside. It wasn't even important because we fought a damn dragon.
Also true. Gonna have to deal with that when we get back.
And then there's that guy that's stuck in Wintera's ring that we really should address.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, Pendleton! How's he doing lately?
I haven't heard from him. He's brooding.
The man did just find out that he died.
So you guys managed to make it back to Wintera's home cave. And you guys, as you get there, you see Auric and Erwin arm wrestling on top of a log.
Have they noticed us yet?
No, they are deeply engrossed in their dick measuring contest.
Ah, great.
Arlo leans over to Tara and goes, $10 on your dad.
I have a better plan.
Oh no.
I'm listening.
Tara's gonna take a running leap back at her brother again.
Okay.
Just street rules, motherfucker.
Yep, roll to hit.
That's a 16 on the die. So.
He's really focused in on this, and in the corner eye, he just looks up and sees you barreling at him, but he has no time to react, and you just pounce his ass.
Payback!
For the sake of efficiency, we'll just say whoever beats this athletic check wins.
Okay. Oh my god, that's a nat 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you fully just pin his ass down. He did not see it coming, and he was fully unprepared. So you just pin him straight to the ground.
Jordan, is it an RKO from out of nowhere? He gets that split second of realizing, and then he knew that when Tara was here, oh, God is my witness, he's broken in half. She's coming from the top ropes.
Always gotta be watching.
Ow!
You're welcome.
As you're pinning him down, you get scooped up from behind as your father lifts you up for a big hug again. Welcome back!
Hey, Dad. We have a problem.
Oh, right, sorry. And he puts you back down.
You're good. So I found out that apparently we guard an entrance to the Feywild, and we might need to go there.
Oh, that's a question for your mother.
Oh, where is she?
Honey! And from deep in the forest, you just kind of hear running, and you see your mother just burst out from the forest, full shifter, and just lands on all fours in front of you before shifting back to her normal self. Yes, dear.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. Everything okay? I wasn't expecting to see you again quite so soon. Did you finish your mission?
No, we have a problem.
Oh.
I heard that we guard a entrance to the Feywild. We need to go there. One of our friends apparently has brood poisoning, and we've heard there's a cure in the Feywild.
Her eyes go very, very wide, as seems to be the trademark tradition of telling someone they have brood poisoning. Like, oh, yeah, come with me. And she just kind of very much on autopilot, just starts walking very quickly into the forest.
Tara gestures behind her like, alright, let's go.
Now we follow along.
She guides you deep into the woods, and you eventually come across this small pond that has a waterfall flowing into it from some rocks up above. And says, okay, so normally, in order to get to the Feywild from here, you can only do it under the light of a full moon. Normally. Mm-hmm. However, if what you've said is true and your friend has contracted brood poisoning, we don't really have until the light of the next full moon. So, we're gonna cheat a little bit.
Ah, we have to moon the gate.
If you pull your pants down, I swear to God, me eating your knees will be the least of your concerns.
Arlo buckles his pants back up.
You see Forngel also, tightening his pants, realizing that was a bad idea. No. Druid magic. And so, she actually casts Moonbeam at a very high level down onto the lake bed. And it begins to glow with this radiant light, the likes of which you've never seen before. It almost looks like the moon itself is in this pond. And she turns to you and says, okay, so, some things you need to know before going into the Feywild. One, they don't really operate on rules. They're kind of eccentric. The only thing you can really rely on is not being able to rely on anything. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. It's very confusing there. Basically, if you think something makes sense, it doesn't. And vice versa. Two, if you want to find this cure, you're going to specifically need to speak with the heads of one of the Fey Court. That's either going to be Lady Titania from the Summer Court, maybe Lord Hirsum from the Fall Court. It really depends on where you land. Just being able to get there and speaking with them is important. Formality is not really a big thing there. Like I said, their rules are different to non-existent. You'll figure. Just you should be fine. Just please be careful.
Okay, we will. Should we not eat anything? I know that's a weird children's fairy tale I've heard in some of the towns.
No, it's complete bull. It's fine. You can eat whatever you want. They're actually quite hospitable, and it does that whole like, oh, if you eat your food, where you're my slave for it. No, they make that up to mess with people.
Okay.
So, yes, just please be careful. And make sure when you get the cure, please also specify that you would like to come home, because they may not think to do that before they ask you to leave.
Do we have a certain amount of time before this portal closes?
Oh, no, they'll just reopen the portal.
Oh, cool. Cool.
No, this has kind of become a standardized process. Most of these rules are because, again, the Fae are kind of unpredictable, so we kind of have to, like, bring some rules to them to make things, it's more just tedious and complicated than anything else. Just, you should be fine.
Alright.
I love you, see. And she sort of, like, just encourages you guys to, like, get in.
I thought she was about to shove us in there, like, love you, bye!
I thought about it.
She's like, "What? Love you?" Picks you up by the ankle and slams you into the portal.
Who's next, bitch?
The mother is the true wrestling champion.
Alright, so y'all jump in?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. You all jump in, and you would expect this to be like some sort of like a magical thing, but you just jump in, and then you're just kind of like on solid ground, like almost immediately.
Oh!
And you guys find yourselves in the middle of this forested path, but the forest appears to be in the middle of autumn. All the trees are just bright colors, reds and yellows and browns, and even some colors you don't usually see on trees during this time of the year, in like some deep blues and regal purples. It feels oddly out of place, and yet somehow like it's always belonged. The beauty of this place is borderline unnatural, and yet feels like the most complete version of nature you've ever seen. And as you guys are taking all of this in, you suddenly hear come from Wintera's sheath. Stranger danger! Stranger danger! We got trouble, bitches!
Oh, God!
And that's where we shall pause our tale for now.
My God.
Hey guys, thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to listen to the end for a little blooper that didn't make it into the episode proper. I'm trying to add these to the end of each of our episodes now, so there's a little something extra for those of you who are willing to listen until the very end. But before that, in place of our usual plugs and promotions, we wanted to ask everyone to do what they can to help out in our current situation. Especially for our fellow American listeners, things are pretty rough right now. So remember to do what you can to keep yourself and others safe. Wear a mask in public, wash your hands, practice social distancing, and try and stay home whenever possible. Also, with elections coming up, please remember to vote. It's more important now than ever that we practice this basic right and do what we can to help get things back on track. On a more casual note, please feel free to support us on Patreon if you can. It helps us to improve the show and even comes with some benefits, like early access to new episodes and access to our after show, Peek Behind the Screen, where we talk about what happened in the episode and see what everyone's thinking about what happened and what's to come. You should also follow us on our social medias, Facebook and Instagram at Agents of Damned, and Twitter at Agents of D. If you want to get more involved with the show, please send in requests for magic items, spells, or even NPCs. Until next time, bye!
All right, I'm gonna use this moment to go pee real quick.
Was that as
Y'all-
safe or as Katie?
As Katie.
No, both.
Definitely
Just like,
bold.
I have to go pee, and then like just walks away.
Thank you.
No, Sage just says, I have to go pee, does not leave the room, just walks into a corner, is like, everyone leave!
Let's be real, if anyone would do that, it would be Tara, not Safe.
That's her catchphrase whenever she needs to do something personal.
Everyone leave!
Oh.
I'm polishing my horn. Don't look at me.
Except for you. You, look at me.
No. Oh my actual.
And we're back. All right, let's continue. We were at Damn Straight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, also, while you were gone, we decided that you pee in the room and just tell everyone to leave for some shit.
You know, like when
Wait,
you polish
what?
your like when you polish your horns, like don't look at me. Same thing. You just do it in the corner of the room.
Fair
It's
enough.
like Sam was just
Don't
like, I have
agree
to
to
pee.
that!
Everyone leave!
Don't you ever agree to the dumb shit we say? No.
She's
What's
agreed.
wrong with you?
Safe polishes her horn in front of everyone all the time.
Oh.
Oh, God.
That sounds like Safe.
Everyone has just gotten like
Okay.
way too used to it. Like Arlo just like keeps a book with him to like use as a buffer to not see.